the 8-hour workday. The most constant part of our life is work, and for most of us it is obvious that how long a person works has little to do with efficiency or productivity. According to statistics, the average American works 8.8 hours a day at least. That's the official data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You can achieve success by working both for hours a week and 16 hours a day. Let's look into research on working time and find out how to optimize it for our own benefit. Why is an 8-hour workday the standard? Let's start with what we have now. An ordinary working day is about 8 hours. But how did we get here? The answer lies in the events of the Industrial Revolution. At the end of the 18th century, companies decided to maximize the productivity of their factories by shifting them to round-the-clock operation, and the 10 to 16-hour workday became the norm. These incredibly long work days were exhausting, and soon Robert Owen began a campaign to promote an 8-hour workday. His slogan was simple and sensible: 8 hours for work, 8 hours for rest, 8 hours for what we will. Soon Ford implemented the idea of an 8-hour workday and changed the standards. One of the first companies to adopt new innovations was Ford Motor Company in 1914, which not only shortened the standard workday to 8 hours, but also doubled the salary of its employees. Surprisingly, labor productivity did not fall, and Ford's profit doubled in 2 years. This pushed other companies to adopt the short 8-hour workday as a standard for their employees. Thus, the fact that we work 8 hours a day is not the result of scientific research. It's just centuries-old norms. To avoid falling into the same trap, one must ask the following question: is it important in the conditions of modern economy how many hours we work each day? If we believe Tony Schwartz, the main condition of good productivity is our energy. Manage energy, not time. Schwartz believes that people have 4 different types of energy that they need to learn to manage. You're physically energetic. Are you healthy? How happy are you with your emotional energy? Your mental energy? How well can you focus on something? What is your spiritual energy for? What is your goal? One of the things that most of us forget is that people are not machines. Machines move in a linear fashion, while people move in cycles. For an effective workday that is in tune with human nature, it is necessary to focus on ultradian cycles. The main idea is that the human mind can focus on any given task for 90 to 120 minutes. Afterwards, a 20 to 30-minute break is needed to restore energy and maintain high performance. So instead of thinking about what I can do in an 8-hour workday, it's better to think about what I can do in 90 minutes. All that's left is to figure out how to break up my day into those intervals. The key to a productive work day is concentration. One of the most important elements of the working process is the ability to concentrate. In his amazing research project, Justin Gardner wrote that in order to focus, our brain goes through 2 stages. increased sensitivity. So you start to absorb all the information provided and then focus on what needs your attention. It's like a blurry snapshot that slowly starts to come into focus. Effective selection. This is a setup for a specific task. It allows us to enter a state that is called flow. Here we start working on the task at hand. The main conclusion drawn by Gardner is that we should stop doing several things at once so as not to be distracted by anything. Get rid of all distractions, even if we only have one task ahead of us. Sounds pretty good, right? And yet, as they say, easier said than done. The good news is that if we learn to focus, we can change our brain activity. Here are some tips. Increase the relevance of the task yourself. Many of us cannot focus on the task at hand because it has no deadlines. Researcher Keisuke Fukuda believes that in order to quickly complete the task, one should set a deadline for oneself and also assign a reward for it. Divide the day into 90-minute intervals. Instead of basing it on an 8, 6, or 10-hour workday, divide it into 4, 5, or as many 90-minute intervals as you like. This way, you can accomplish for tasks every day. Plan your vacation so that you can really relax. The healthiest person is not the one who runs the fastest, but the one who optimizes their rest time, says Tony Schwartz. We work so much that we have completely forgotten how to rest. Plan ahead what you will do during your vacation. Here are a few ideas. Sleep, read, meditate, eat. No notifications. That's one of the best pieces of advice. If you don't want to be distracted by calls, text messages, etc., just turn off all the devices that can interfere with you. If you follow these tips, your life will change in a couple of weeks. You will be able to get more done during the day and, at the same time, feel better. Subscribe, and let's build a success mindset together.